Hey, how you doing? I am Fred Hanna. I am your friendly neighborhood pastor, educator, clinical social worker, servant, and I'm here today to introduce the concept of bruh to you. What is bruh? Bruh is an acronym that I created, BRUH, and it stands for Brother, Are You Healthy? And I'm launching this platform to specifically speak to issues around Black men and mental health. Why is the subject and topic of Black men and mental health important to me? Well, the subject and topic is important to me because of one, what you see, what I see when I look in the mirror as a Black man, and not only that image looking back at me, but how society interprets that image and the pressures that puts on me as an individual. Just living in my skin as a Black man poses certain challenges to my health and well-being and the decisions that I make around my health and well-being. And that could be my physical health, it could be my mental and emotional health, it could be a wide range of things, but there's a number of topics that we want to address through this platform around the concept and idea of Black men and health outcomes. What's particularly important for me is Black men and mental health. Mental health has been stigmatized in Black communities, Black and Brown communities. It's something that we tend to avoid. We suffer from similar rates of mental illness and mental health crises as any other population, as the majority population. But we disproportionately seek help or don't seek help. We are more apt to not seek help when we are struggling with our mental health, when we are challenged with mental illness. We are less apt than the majority culture and some other cultures to seek help when it comes to our mental health. Now, add to that being a man, and it almost compounds the issue because as men, we have these traditional ideas around masculinity and manhood that make it challenging sometimes for us to seek help. And the idea of this being traditional understandings is important because what we have traditionally been taught about being a man or manhood is that we need to be tough. We need to be stoic. We need to command respect. We need to not show any chinks in the armor or cracks in the shield as a man. You've got to handle your business as a man. You got to take care of business as a man. There's certain things that you're supposed to do as a man that define you as a man and fit into this concept of manhood. And I think that the word manhood in and of itself can be troubling. Anytime somebody comes to me with a concept or a platform around the word manhood, I have to ask them, what do you mean when you say that word? Because we don't all have the same understandings of manhood. And if somebody is approaching me through a lens that is a very traditional understanding and interpretation of manhood and what it means to be a man, I always try to challenge that because my understanding of what it means to be a man is more concerned with your emotional and psychological well-being and not so much these external factors that we have traditionally interpreted as signaling manhood. When we talk about manhood, we are often talking about external factors. We're talking about how we look. We're talking about our style, our level of physical fitness, what we have, the car we drive, the job that we have, our ability to take care of our families or not, to be a provider, and all of these ideas, these traditional ideas around manhood can be polarizing for a lot of us as men, can put us in a place where we almost become invisible from an emotional and psychological perspective because we've been taught that being emotional and vulnerable and open are not consistent with what it means to be a man. And if we show that part of ourselves, then we have somehow failed as a man. And this also comes into play when we talk about mental health. Why am I going to go and seek mental health therapy or treatment or help with issues around my mental health, my emotional and my psychological well-being? I'm a man. I'm going to handle that. I'm going to go and take a minute and walk around the block and drive up the road and do what I need to do. I might have to spark up. I might have to get a drink. I might have to go to church and pray. Whatever it is, I'm going to do what I need to do to get myself right because I'm a man and I handle my business. I want to say this. We have developed all of these negative coping mechanisms that we use to make ourselves feel better or seem okay. We've learned to do what we need to do to appear to be okay, even when we're not okay. And that's where mental health and getting help and seeking help and knowing that you have access to mental health resources and access being available in our communities through caregivers that look like us, that know by experience how it feels and what it means to live in a world where who you are, your very being, can cause you to have issues around your emotional, psychological well-being. It's important to have all of these pieces in place in order for us to really get the help we need so we can be better functioning individuals, better husbands, better fathers, better human beings, and so that we can be healthy in ourselves. We don't have to fight anxiety and depression alone. We don't have to act like we're okay when we're not okay. We don't have to be the strong one. We don't have to be the one that never cries, the one who never hurts, the one who always has it all together. We don't have to be that in order for us to be okay. And this platform is designed to help us identify areas where we really need help and then to get the help we need. And so I hope as we build this platform, if this is an area that's important to you, I hope you would reach out and be a part of what we're trying to build here. We're looking for not only people who want to come in and who say, my mental health is important to me, my emotional health and well-being is important to me, and I want to get some healing in some area, or I want to be better in some area, but we also want to get people involved who say, I have an expertise and I'm able to help people in this area, and I want to be part of what you're doing. So I hope you would share this link with people, tell people to come and join the Facebook page, and we'll be putting some other platforms and some other information up in the very near future. All right. I don't know whether to say Pastor Fred out, which is what I normally do, or Therapist Fred out, or Professor Fred out. I'm just going to say Fred out. Be well. Yeah.